Attrition is a trend of the times. Seems qualities like loyalty, devotion, and allegiance to one company have long vanished, as personal growth and individual ambition overtake everything else. Companies facing attrition is one thing. What if a country faces attrition? I'm talking about India. First, the attrition levels at tech companies that are giving nightmares to HR departments. During the October-December quarter, attrition levels at India's best-known tech companies have been setting new records. There was a time when at least the Tatas could claim long-term loyalty of staff. No such luck now, in an era when people change companies and countries like they change clothes. Look at the tech sector attrition statistics. TCS 15%, HCL 20%, Wipro 23%, and Infosys 26%. Now these are all companies with employee strength from roughly 200,000 to more than 500,000, which means tens of thousands of employees from these companies are leaving every year. Given the gravity of the situation, HCL Technologies has even started a hire to retire platform to improve the entire life cycle of employees from hiring to onboarding to training right up to retirement. Good luck to them. Private companies in our country losing talent is a private affair for those companies to sort out. But what about India itself losing talent? Look closely and you can see that the joke of attrition is not just on private companies but on India itself. These are times when we explicitly talk about nationalism. We say we are proud Indians. We insist on playing the national anthem even before watching a movie. And we cannot have a conversation without mentioning Pakistan, China, and our soldiers. But our attrition numbers say a different story. Last month, the Lok Sabha was informed that 881,254 Indians had renounced their Indian citizenship since 2015. That includes everyone from professionals to celebrities to millionaires. Between 2014 and 18, 23,000 Indian millionaires left the country. And every year over the last few years, between 5,000 and 7,000 wealthy Indians leave the country for good. What does that mean? That if you prosper to a certain level where you really have something to lose, escape from India? In 2019 alone, 7,000 Indian dollar millionaires left India. And that is counting only those with a net worth between $1 million and $9.9 million. Of course, we are not alone in losing citizens with wealth, intellect, and prowess in multiple fields. But we are second in the world in millionaire attrition, if I can use that word. Here is the statistics of the countries that lose the most number of HNWIs, or high net worth individuals. In 2019, China lost 16,000 high net worth individuals, India 7,000, Russia 5,500, Hong Kong 4,200, and Turkey 2,100. The political systems prevailing in China, Russia, and Turkey may have led to so many millionaires leaving those three countries. And in 2019, the protests in Hong Kong may have triggered the departure of some 4,000 plus millionaires from Hong Kong. But what about India? And India is not just losing millionaires, but millions of our talented young men and women. One comment on social media went, "What is the point of earning millions in India if I still have to worry about good drinking water, uninterrupted power supply, drive on potholed roads, send my children to inferior educational institutions, and live with high levels of pollution?" Telling questions. Some findings are absolutely startling. The Free Press Journal reported this week that a study conducted among class 10 and 12 toppers in some of Delhi's private schools between 1996 and 2015 showed that 50% of them had gone abroad for graduation. That's right, 50% of class 10 and 12 toppers from Delhi going abroad for graduation. Another study showed that 94% of students aspired for foreign education. If they could go abroad, they would. Earlier, our kids would put up with inferior Indian education. Today, they won't. Earlier, our children had no scope to migrate abroad. Today, they have, and they go. The way Indian parents talk with pride about their children having migrated at social gatherings gives the impression that the greatest achievement of any student in India today is to leave India. Earlier, invaders plundered India's physical resources. Today, the plunder of our human resource is offered on a platter to the world. Why blame our youth for losing faith in India when several of our celebrities, millionaires, and business leaders are also relocating or renouncing their Indian citizenship? Like Bollywood star Akshay Kumar opting to be a Canadian, or Serum Institute of India CEO Adar Poonawalla briefly relocating to London, tormented by aggressive calls from some of the most powerful people in India. The modern day irony of India: investment pouring in, intellectual capital pouring out. In other words, paper printed in the US pouring in, are prized people pouring out. When we don't have a single university, even in the top 300 global universities, we can't hope to retain our youth, can we? See what's happening with our education. A few years ago, we saw parents, family members, and friends helping school students in Bihar to cheat in exams. This month, there was this bizarre case of a two-story government lower primary school in Kerala's Malappuram district constructed without a staircase. Anybody would wonder how they constructed the second floor at all without a staircase. But no mystery about who did it. Our own people raced through the CBSE, ICSE, and state syllabi. This week, the University Grants Commission (UGC) requested higher education institutions across the country to participate in a Surya Namaskar on Republic Day, which they had called for a quality Namaskar to save India's education and retain our youth at home. This video is dedicated to Kathak maestro Birju Maharaj, who passed away this week. Kathak is unique for having both the Hindu and Muslim gharanas or styles, a social blend that India would love to recapture today. Birju Maharaj was apparently playing Antakshari with his grandchildren and family members when he suddenly took ill and soon after passed away. What a fine last move in life, like all those beautiful moves on numerous stages.